Echoes of Apartment 3B. Real urban horror based on true 2023 events in Cleveland, Ohio. Let me ask you something. If you found an old mirror in a sealed apartment, would you dare look into it? What if you saw your reflection blink, but you didn't? Would you keep looking, or would you look away? Because one man didn't, and now he's gone. Only the recording remains. In downtown Cleveland, there's a sealed apartment no one wants to talk about. Apartment 3B. They say it's empty, but every night after midnight, someone or something moves inside. The man who captured that footage, he's missing, but his phone kept recording even after he vanished. And what it recorded, you're about to see. Notice now, a strange, whispery voice enters the audio. This isn't human.
Let me out. Let me out of the glass.
I moved into apartment 3A in June of 2023. Right across from it, I had no idea what lived in that wall. Every night I heard scratching, then tapping, then whispering. My name. Listen carefully. The voice you hear now isn't mine. It's coming from somewhere else.
Ellie, I see you.
I thought it was just pipes, rats, until I placed a motion detecting camera. At 2:13 a.m., triggered, I watched the clip, a silhouette pacing inside the sealed unit. That was the first night I stopped sleeping. Would you go check? Would you break the seal just to see what's behind that door? I did. I shouldn't have. Inside was just one thing, a mirror nailed to the wall. And when I looked into it, I didn't see myself. I saw her, standing behind me. This voice, it doesn't echo like mine. It chills. Feel the difference.
He's in the mirror. He hears someone new.
The landlord told me about her. Isabel Hargrove. Lived in 3B. Vanished 3 years ago. No signs of struggle. Just gone. She'd reported seeing things in mirrors. Said they spoke to her. Said one of them wanted out. Her final painting? A black doorway with red hands crawling out. What would you do if you saw that? Would you walk away, or would you feel drawn to it? The voice returning now sounds like it's crawling through static. Something not alive, not human.
He took me first. Now I want someone else.
My footage couldn't be erased. Even when I wiped the card, kept reappearing. And then the mirror showed up outside my door, wrapped in plastic. No note, just waiting, like it knew I'd open it. When I did, it was warm, like something had just breathed against it. And on the surface, written in fog, "Watch me." I moved out, far across the city, tried to forget. But my friend, who I was staying with, found the mirror at his place. Same one, same cracks, same presence. And when I checked my phone, a new video had appeared of me sleeping, recorded from above. But I never placed a camera there. It follows the person who sees it, not the apartment, not the mirror. You, audience, don't mistake this voice. This isn't warning you, it's watching you.
You look too low. Now you are mine.
1 week later, the apartment building burned down. News said it was an old fuse box, but the fire report said only the bathroom was untouched. One item remained, a black mirror. People say haunted houses are dangerous. But what if it's not the house that's haunted? What if it's you, If you ever find an old mirror, fogged up, warm to the touch, and it whispers your name, don't answer. If you're watching this, you may already be part of it, because mirrors are gateways. And maybe this story isn't just a warning. Maybe it's an invitation.
You heard my voice. That means I have found you.
I set my phone to record again, not because I was brave, but because I needed proof of whatever was happening. I started scraping the wall. The paint chipped off easily, like it wanted to come off. And underneath, a hidden frame, a second door. I froze. That voice from the recording came rushing back. My phone was still on, and this is what it picked up.
This door was never meant to be found. Now you must open it.
I should have walked away. I should have run. But instead, I reached for the handle. It opened without a sound. Inside, darkness. Thick, choking darkness that seemed to move. There was no furniture, no floor, just mirrors. Every wall covered in fractured mirrors. And in each one, not my reflection, but someone else's. I stepped inside, and the door slammed shut behind me. And then my phone buzzed. It was still recording. And in the silence, a voice emerged. I didn't say anything. That voice was in the recording.
They are not your reflection, they are watching you.
I turned, and in the mirror behind me, my reflection blinked, but I didn't. I tried to leave, but the door was gone. Every turn led to another mirrored wall, and the ticking of a clock filled the air, but there was no clock in the room. The mirrors began to flicker like bad static, and then the lights dimmed to black. My phone was still running, still picking up them. What it captured, I'll never forget.
He's the one, not the one who opened the port doors belongs here.
I screamed. I punched one of the mirrors. It cracked, and I saw it, the third door, one that wasn't supposed to exist. I stumbled through it, back into the apartment. The lights were on. Everything looked normal, too normal. I ran out, down the stairs, out the building. Didn't stop till I got to my car. But when I looked at the rearview mirror, my reflection was gone. And then my phone buzzed again. Another recording, one I never started. I hit play, and I swear to God, this is what I heard.
You never left. We just let you believe you did.
My hands went numb. I looked around. Everything seemed real, but my reflection still wasn't in the mirror. 1 week later, I moved out of the city, changed my number, never spoke of it again. But then I got an email. No subject, no message, just one file, 3B _ last recording to wave. It was from a number I didn't recognize, but the sender ID said, new tenant. I pressed play.
Always someone new to open the second door.
Apartment 3B isn't haunted, it's hungry, and it's always waiting for someone to leave their phone on. It's been a month since I left apartment 3B, but the recordings never stopped. My new phone, new number, new city, yet the same voice, always returning in the same tone. I was at a motel when it started again. I looked into the bathroom mirror, and I saw the old hallway of apartment 3B behind me. I grabbed my phone, shaking, and I hit record again, almost instinctively. My phone was still on, and what it recorded chilled me to the core.
Mirrors always do. You brought it with you.
I turned, but behind me the motel wall was blank. The hallway was only in the mirror. I drove back to the city, not because I was ready, but because I had no choice. Something had followed me, and the only way to understand it was to go back. Apartment 3B looked different, like it had aged 50 years in 30 days. The walls were cracked. The number 3B was missing from the door. A third door. I searched every inch, and then I saw it in the mirror behind the bedroom wall. Another door, but only in the reflection. I stepped toward the mirror, and for a moment, my hand passed through. It wasn't a reflection anymore. It was an entrance. I crossed over, back into the mirror room, but this time, it was different. Now, there were voices coming from every mirror. Familiar ones. I heard my own voice from weeks ago. I heard the cries of the tenant who lived before me. And then, I heard something new.
Mirrors always do. You brought it with you.
I walked in. I kept my phone recording the entire time. Then, just like before, a voice emerged. I didn't say anything, but the voice was crystal clear on the recording. My phone was still on, tucked in my pocket. Picked this up.
You open the second door. Now open the third.
That was the moment I realized I wasn't the narrator anymore. Something else was using my voice in my world. I don't know how long I've been in here. Time doesn't move inside mirrors, but I still have my phone, and it still records. Every few days, a new tenant enters apartment 3B. They never see me, but I see them. And every time they find the second door, they record something they don't understand. Just like I did. Here's the last thing my phone captured before it stopped syncing to the outside world.
No one ever left. They just fetch blessing.
I don't know who's listening to this now, but if you found this phone, leave apartment 3B. Leave it now, before the mirror sees you too. If you made it this far, I hope you're not listening from inside a mirror. Apartment 3B isn't just a haunted place. It's a trap, waiting for someone with their phone on. If you ever hear whispers when you press record, don't ignore them, because the next voice might be your own, calling from the other side. Subscribe if you're brave enough to return. And remember, some doors once open never close. But if you want to know what's behind the final door, the door even death won't cross, speech balloon comment below. I'm still listening. Push pin, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon, because the next chapter might arrive before you wake up.